Round 2 of the FIM Sidecar World Championship takes place at the Autodrom Grobnik in Croatia, just on the outskirts of Rijeka. In past years, the circuit has been known to be very hard on man and machine, and the abrasive track surface is hard on the tyres. Who will win out in 2 races in Rijeka in the Sidecar World Championship? Head straight to Rijeka, the circuit which will host this Sprint Cup race and the Gold Cup race as well. Round 2 of the Sidecar World Championship, nearly 2 months since the first round in Aragon, Spain, won by Jörg Steinhausen and Gregory Kluse. Sprint contest, and on pole position is the Steinhausen Racing team ahead of Team Suzuki Finland and Hock Racing Team Makula in 4th place on the grid. It's going to be a hot and heavy sprint in the first round of action in Rijeka. Riders out on the grid, you can almost sense the heat in Croatia. It's a special sidecar event out on its own, not accompanying any other action. The fans are here to see the sidecars, and the riders here to pick up some precious points from the World Championship. This is the 2nd event of the 2013 season. Steinhausen Racing starting from pole position. Jörg Steinhausen and Gregory Kluse in the first race, but this time they have Ashley Hawes alongside Jörg Steinhausen, and they get off to a great start in the sprint race. This a rapid-fire first race of action in Rijeka. There's the longer, more endurance-based Gold Cup race to come. But in the early going, Hockenbecker from Hock Racing getting a great start. They took the whole shot into the first corner. Right with them, Pekka Päivärinta and Adolf Hani of Team Suzuki Finland. They're riding the LCR Suzuki. And there we see them in shot. One of the favourites for the title this season, hot on their tail. The team of Jörg Steinhausen and Ashley Hawes. Adolf Hani of Team Suzuki Finland had been struggling with fitness since Aragon. Not quite at 100%. Still able though to throw himself around on the back of the sidecar. As Pekka Päivärinta looks to drop the lap times. Steinhausen Racing doing a fantastic job as well. Team Hock overtaking them for the whole shot. But Jörg Steinhausen with his new passenger Ashley Hawes, previously in action last year with Tim Reeves Racing. Those two gelling well from the off. Immense speeds being undertaken by these sidecar racers. Steinhausen Racing putting in some fast laps in Rijeka as they look to chase those ahead. Sprint Cup race, the shorter of the two events. Tyre wear not such a factor. Makula starting to get left behind by the leading three teams. I don't seem to be having any tyre problems. Behind them, Michael Grabmuller and Manfred Wetzelberger of Polizei Sportsverein Weiss Motorsport with the Kawasaki. Plus Team Ströer behind as well. A team of Benny Ströer and Gert Kurtz swapping places throughout the race. Grabmuller and Wetschelsberger just ahead of them. So the race progressing, the three leading teams starting to see their tyres go off. Struggling in any case to keep grip in the hot conditions. Team Suzuki Finland out in front in this race. Adolf Hani and Pekka Päivärinta. And they take the victory over Hockenbecker and Steinhausen and Hors. Steinhausen and Hors eventually getting up into second, Hock Racing third. I'm very happy with the podium. A return to winning ways for Team Suzuki Finland. Team Suzuki Finland, the victors, ahead of Steinhausen Racing, ahead of Hock Racing, and ahead of Team Makula, who just dropped off that top three.
Yeah, we had a quite good start for the season. In Aragon, we could have a better finish without a spin. But we're happy with the third here. We're third on the grid. And we did a very steady race, very comfortable and easy. We did not want to risk at the first race this weekend.
So I'm pleased for our result. The first race together, finish on this podium straight away with the pole position. Great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's beginning good. A little bit problem with my body in the first race, but I think his feeling is better, and Pekka have this good race, this clever, good start, and have a little bit easy with the tire, and at the same time 10 laps perfect, and thank you Pekka, perfect.
Team Suzuki Finland on the top of the podium, victors in the first race of the weekend in Rijeka, Croatia. Second day of action, the second race for Gold Cup. The longer event with some slight tyre problems in the sprint race. How would that affect them in the long run?
We had a good warm-up. Bikes feels okay. Only, I think, for the race are the tires the biggest problem. Beginning of the season, we had big problems with the engine, but that's okay now.
Also worried about engine issues. Team Polizei Sportsverein, who are making some adjustments ahead of the gold race.
This weekend is for us, it's okay. We have a good qualifying, but in the race we have a little problem with a sensor, with the electric, and the engine is not go so fast. But it's okay, we have a good start, and the race were for us good, and we hope the second race, the long race, it's better.
Now we're feeling quite comfortable for the race, and that lap times with what we make on the warm-up, I think we could make also in the race as well, and it's easy.
Final adjustments being made before the gold race, a highlight event of the weekend in Rijeka. A longer contest pitting these sidecar stars against one another. Some modifications, of course, to bike and for team. Ashley Hawes in for the Team Steinhausen team alongside Jörg Steinhausen. Team Suzuki Finland still riding with Adolf Hani injured. Tim Reeves Racing not present. The Birchall brothers also having problems, not present due to engine difficulties over the weekend. But those who are on the grid ready to battle it out over 18 laps with temperatures in the 30-degree range. Here is how the grid lines up. Steinhausen Racing in pole position, Team Suzuki Finland second, Hock Racing and Team Makula completing the top four. It's the top four results from the previous day in the sprint race. Underway in the gold race. Kurt Hock and Enrico Becker of Hock Racing, LCR Suzuki get the whole shot into the first corner once again. Jörg Steinhausen and Ashley Hawes of Steinhausen Racing right on their tails on their BMW machine. Following them, Pekka Päivärinta and Adolf Hani, Team Suzuki Finland, the winners from the previous day. And James Neve behind as well, Petri Makula and Timo Kartiala of Team Makula also in that top six. By lap 3, Steinhausen and Hawes past Hock and Becker for the lead, starting to make a small gap between them and the pursuing pack. And by lap 5, Päivärinta and Hani, followed by Lorry, had got past Hock and Becker too, giving chase to Steinhausen and Hawes. Steinhausen with the advantage. A battle going on between Hock Racing and Team Suzuki Finland. A real dice for second place and a chance to chase after the leader. Things closing up, Team Suzuki Finland right up there with Steinhausen Racing. And Team Suzuki Finland eventually getting past and attempting to establish an advantage. As of lap 10, Team Suzuki Finland in front, Steinhausen behind. On board in a tricky incident on one of the corners in Rijeka. Sends riders into the protective wall. Understandably disappointed, nudged off track. The race continues. judged to be a racing incident. Now we're on board with Hock Racing. A big crash for them, which we follow on the onboard. Their sidecar totaled. And a red flag is brought out, understandably given the seriousness of the incident. Kurt Hock and Enrico Becker taken to hospital for treatment. The riders brought back into pit lane. It will be a restart with an 8-lap race. Precautionary measure. Kurt Hock and Enrico Becker taken to the nearby hospital in Croatia. The bike taken to be fixed up as well. So 8 more times around for the sidecar riders. 1 formation lap and then 7 of racing action to conclude the gold race in Rijeka. The starting order decided by the race order when the red flag was shown. Back underway in the gold race. And the pack has been closed up. This almost a second sprint race, although significant tyre wear will have taken place in the preceding 10 laps. So the lights go out neck and neck between Team Suzuki Finland and Steinhausen in third, Lori in second, Makula and Kartiala in fourth. Team Struer also completing the top 5 for 5 of the 8 laps. Päivärinta and Lori swapping places, battling for the lead, sometimes 2 to 3 times on each lap. Retirement for Ladies Team Suisse, the third retirees of this gold race. No teams at the front thinking of dropping out of the order though. Look how tight that is, coming up towards the checkered flag. Steinhausen Racing just dropping slightly off the top 3. That's a fantastic overtaking going on, some tight calls as well. Team Suzuki Finland having a look on the inside. Trying to get past the team of Laurie and Neve. On board with Laurie and Neve now, as they look to get back in front of Team Suzuki Finland. Winners on day 1 in the sprint race, looking to do the double with a gold race win. With the race leaders, Päivärinta and Hani. Hani sliding the back out. His movement limited by an injury suffered in Aragon in the first race of the season. And they cross the line first. Päivärinta and Hani take the win. Laurie and Neve second, Steinhausen and Hors third. Although it was a 2-part race, the positions to stay the same on the combined timing sheet. 4th place going to Team Makula and 5th to Team Struer. Double win for Team Suzuki Finland. They get the win in the gold race, adding to that sprint victory. Confirmation of the standings. Team Suzuki Finland once again victorious. Team SLR in second, Steinhausen Racing in third.
difficult. We struggled with the tires today. First part of the race, we thought we could pull away from Pekka, but from one lap to another, the tire gave up and we struggled, and Pekka catched up again. And second leg was more difficult because we couldn't change the tire, so yeah, we were a bit lost, but at the end, another podium.
I had a fantastic race. This is a special race for me. It's my first podium on a World Championship scene, so I'm very happy. Yeah, real good.
This race very hard. This crop race every year harder. Last year very bad, and that year I think 1 and 2 months what we needed walk. That time here, and you understand, bike same, chassis same, passenger same, and out of our me think a little bit what's changed and this win. That's all.
World Championship standings see Team Suzuki Finland move in front. Steinhausen Racing are in second, and Team SLR are in third place at the end of the Rijeka round. And it is Team Suzuki Finland who go up to the top step of the podium, joined by Steinhausen Racing, joined by Team SLR. They, though, are the men in the middle. Team Suzuki Finland holding the trophies up high. The victors in round 2, doing the double.